Hey tribe, hope all is well. If you haven't been here before, hi, my name is Andree. Hi, welcome. So today's video is going to be a recap and a catch up on my hair transplant. As you guys know, I had a hair transplant 3 years ago. Can you believe it's been 3 years already? Wow. So yeah, I had a hair transplant 3 years ago, and it was something that changed, you know, my hair. It changed the hair game for me. It just made everything so much better for me. And I will give you a little backstory as to why I had a hair transplant, and maybe some tips to help you if you're thinking about having it, or you have hair loss and you don't even want to opt for a hair transplant. I think that this video may help. So here's me talking about hair transplant 3 years on. As you guys know, I've been a hairdresser for a really long time, so I had a lot of knowledge on how to look after my hair, how to do better, knowing that I shouldn't do back-to-back braids, all of that stuff. So all my damage was done probably by the time I was 22, and now I'm 39. Well, soon I'm 38. So I was just like, I have so much information. At that time I was 35, so I was just like, look, this is a restart for you. Do what you need to do and take people on this journey. I'm sure you're not the only hairdresser who has had hair loss, hair thinning, and you are, you know, trying to find how to navigate that. I'm sure there are so many women going through that. So I thought I would document the journey, and I'm so glad that I did. I got a lot of hate on it. Like, a lot of people, when I got my hair transplant, said that I was going to get it back again and I was doing the wrong things, but I just know better, so I just cancelled out all the noise. Which leads me to 3. So the transplant itself, the center that I had it itself, perfect. Loved the experience. It was coming out of the pando at the time, so I felt like I was treated really nicely. I had 2 different consultations and a consultation when I came in as well. The service took about 5 hours altogether. We started at 9. Actually, that is a lie. We started at 9, finished at 3 p.m. They gave me some Xanax, which thank God, because let me tell you something, that stuff is not for the weak. Okay, it's not for the weak. Yeah, so that the process of the transplant was cool, painful, but it was more the injections that were painful and the extraction. Apart from that, I just kind of was zoning in and out of sleep. Again, when I did my injections across my hairline, you guys notice I've got a bad nail. When I did my injections across my hairline, I was like, oh, we're doing this again. But apart from that, I found the whole experience quite fine. I came in the next day to get my hair washed and to check everything was cool, didn't get an infection, nothing like that. And then once I came back home and documented my journey, I think 3 months onwards, they saw that it was a good, it was getting some good traction, so I became an ambassador, and that's when I started talking about it. But I had paid for it myself and all of that before that happened, because I think a lot of people mistook it and thought that I was approached for a hair transplant. But the thing is, I had never talked about my hair thinning before my journey, so hope that clears that up. So the next thing was, after my hair transplant, I wore my hair out for a solid month. So from day 1 to week 4, it was out. I was too scared to put anything on my head, and my hair was super tender. I have loads of videos talking about it, so please have a little look if you want to. Super tender, and I was irritated. I was irritated for about 2 months, but after the first month I was able to put my wig on. And when I put my wig on, I literally wore it for about, well, for whenever I went out. So when I went to work, I wore my wig. As soon as I came home, it came off. So in my house, I was a patchy baldy, but outside I had to look presentable, because after a certain point, as you know, they took the back and they implied at the front. The front, I had shock loss, I think, and that was sort of bald. The back was sort of still growing in. It just looked a hot mess, and I just would not walk the streets like that. So I wore wigs, and I put some silk on the inside of those wigs for about 6 to 7 months. So from January, and then I start wearing my hair out in April. Now, in April, I was like, right, you got the hair transplant. What was the point of it to wear your hair out? You prefer to wear your hair out rather than you prefer to wear wigs. So let's see this thing. I still felt like my hair wasn't quite as full as it needed to be, but I was like, this can pass. I can definitely maybe spray some like color spray into the areas I think are too fine, but we're good to go. And from that point forward, I started learning about my hair and its natural textures and how to style it, etc, etc. And I found a lot of clients were going through the same process, and I attracted those clients. It was a great time. I absolutely loved that process. And let me tell you something, once I'm done with a pixie cut, that's like my haircut. I loved my hair in a short natural pixie. I wish I had known that it would suit me so much. It was my favorite hairstyle. I battle between that and this all the time. So it let me know about products, and I just really loved that part of this journey because it allowed me to understand my clients a lot more. Anytime that I try a product or try a hairstyle, I just feel like I can connect with my clients a little bit more. I know what they're thinking and what, you know, what day they might want to have a wash. It just makes me relate to my clients a lot more. So anyway, during that process, I kept that on for about a year and like 3/4. So February 2024, last year, I then decided, right, I want to have my pixie. I wanted to give myself time to heal. I wanted my hair to heal. I wanted my scalp to be good. And the hair had been coming along. I had 8 PRP treatments. I was good. As far as I was concerned, I was like, right, you've waited the right amount of time. You can do this now. So that's what I did. So last year, February, I relaxed my hair, and it's been a year, and I've even colored. I don't know if you can see it so much in this light, but I had like a really dark ginger, which is now a chestnut brown. But yeah, so I have been experimenting with my hair a lot more. I have been looking after my scalp in a different way, and to be honest, I am super happy about the journey that I took with the hair transplant. I cannot tell you how happy I am with the fact that I took it, and I tell everyone, I would say my success rate was about a 92%. Reason why is because I got the transplant in the front, my back, all my hair grew back fine. I can turn around for you. And my back grew back fine, and my front also grew back fine. I did have like 2 little patches on this side which were fine anyway, and when you get the transplant, they obviously put hair right at the front. And one thing that I did forget to say was that I don't have baby hairs anymore. Because the transplant was done over my baby hairs, so now they're just full grown adult hairs, which looks, to me, sometimes I'm like, does this look weird? But I'm so used to it, I don't care. But because I had that fine, as part of my baby hairs, I had this fine, like this triangular section that was quite fine, but it was just baby hairs and not full grown hairs. But because the transplant was done over it, I still feel like those bits are quite like fine, but it's not something that bothers me that much. I'm not trying to grow them out, but I just noticed it when I had it in an afro that there was a little bit of a gap, like maybe like this size, that I could see inside the longer my hair got, but nothing that I had to worry about. And obviously I didn't get the transplant everywhere that I needed a transplant. I had 2,500 grafts, and I had them just at the front and a bit like up to here, but I also needed it here, and this is where PRP came in, and I did a separate video about that, which you can look and see. I'll link it down below. But I felt like I could have gone back to get that done, but it's not something that I'm looking to do. So that's why I would say it's 92%. Another question that I get is my scalp irritated? Now, my scalp has always been irritated. It was irritated when my hair was natural, and it's irritated when my hair is relaxed. So I would say it's more irritated in the winter months. It's more irritated in transitional months, so like going from autumn to winter, going from summer to autumn, going from spring to going from winter to spring. highest irritations during like those like, it's like 6 weeks of irritation, but apart from that I'm fine. So yeah, so the hair transplant really did wonders for me. And if you want to know anything more, again, I'm going to use this video as a forum. You can ask me anything you want in the comment section. I'll make sure to type and say whatever it is that you might want me to say, or whatever it is that you need information about. I mean, if I've not mentioned something in this video, that's fine. I will make sure that I do in the comment section. So feel free to comment away, ask me anything. I am going to put videos in here so you can see what I've been talking about. And if this is the first time you've ever come across this video, then check it out. As a little bonus point as well, I do want to point out, at one point in maybe my month 2 video, I remember saying this. And I was like, I was never going to do braids. I was never going to do this. And I was chatting rubbish. I did braids. I did braids twice. But again, I think I even mentioned it in that video. I do talk about the importance of knowing how braids are done. Now, when I was doing my own braids, I was just doing them too tight and too frequently. But when I did my braids going forward, I just did them loosely. I don't care about tight styles. I don't care about my hair looking snatched. Those are not things that I care about. And those are things I cared about a lot when I was younger. So now I just care about preserving what I've got. So now I'm a lot more, I would say, tender-headed, and I just tend to be like, look, you cannot go past this. And I also got braids I think in like November 2023, and in that period as well, I was just trying to make sure that my hair was going to be not too tight. So again, I went only to someone that is trusted. I do not go to people that I don't know. That's it. Either I'm doing it or 1 or 2 other people are doing it. And I have to know for a fact that they're not doing it tight. If I feel a pinch, I'm gone. And that's it. So I hope this video has helped. I hope the recap has helped. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching as always. Okay, bye.